Hey friends, welcome back to Harvest Moon Farm. My name is Mickey if this is your first time visiting my channel. And today I am going to show you what I ordered from a place called Pastry Made. Let me just make sure I said that. Yes, Pastry Made. So they make, well first I got an apron. They make rolling pins and other baking items that you can use to make really cute little decorated cookies. So I'm going to show you what I got. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do today. Okay, so they do have a few little cookie cutters. So I ordered some little dinosaur cookie cutters because my grandson loves dinosaurs. So I'll make those one day when he's here. They have adult cookie cut, or they have adult rolling pins, and then they have some that are specially sized for kids. So this one has chickens on it. Super cute. I thought the kids would love that one. And then I ordered these other two. I ordered this one. It's got bees and like honeycomb on it, and I thought that was super cute. This one has really cool sayings. So, she is strong, believe from, I really can't, oh no. I can't really read these backwards. Be still, really like inspirational sayings. And then I got a free one because of the amount of my order, and this one just has some cute little leaves on it. So also with this order, I got a downloadable, printable little set of recipes and some kind of tips. So pumpkin spice sugar cookies, gingerbread sable, embossed linzer, let's see what else is in here, embossed lemon shortbread cookies, a decorative apple pie, chocolate cookies, Oreo inspired, there's lots of them. But there's also a recipe for sugar-free sugar cookies. So that is what I'm going to make today. And I think I'm going to use, set these over here. I'm going to use the one that's got the honeycomb and the bees on it. So we're going to start with a half a cup, of softened butter, and because of my grocery budget limitations that I placed on myself, if you guys have been watching that series, this recipe calls for agave and stevia. I don't have either one of those. I don't really like stevia. I am going to use Splenda in place of these other sweeteners. So I need a 1/4 cup plus 1 teaspoon of Splenda. So I don't know what it's like where you are today. Today is Saturday, April 27th, and we've had storms rolling through for the past few days. I think a lot of the country has, but it is, right this moment, it's still and sticky and humid, and it's terrible. Okay, so we want a 1/4 cup of our sweetener, plus a teaspoon. So we're going to mix this for about a minute until this is all blended in together. Next, we're going to add 1 large egg. And we're going to add 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Ooh, there's our almond. That was probably more than 1/4. Here's our vanilla. We're going to mix this together. Then we're going to mix our dry ingredients together and make sure that our flours are all, that our dry ingredients are all mixed together well and not clumpy. So we want 1 cup of whole wheat flour. This recipe calls for whole wheat pastry flour, which I do not have. This is just whole wheat flour. So that's what I'm going to use. We're going to use 1 cup of regular all-purpose flour. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I'm just going to stir all this together. Make sure there's no clumps of anything. Then we're going to add our dry ingredients to the butter sugar mixture that's in our mixer in a couple of different batches. So I'm going to pour some in. We're going to let that mix. Alright, once we have this mixed, we want to put our dough, if I can get this to roll, there we go. We're going to put our dough in plastic wrap. We're going to roll it into a ball, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator to chill for at least an hour. So chilling our dough is one of the ways that's going to help us make sure that our patterns that we're putting with our rolling pin, make sure that those are going to stay and that they're going to show up as we roll and as we bake. So I'm going to stick this ball of dough in the refrigerator for an hour, and then I'll be back when we're ready to start rolling it out. Alright, so it's been over an hour. So what do we want to do first? We are going to preheat our oven to 350, and we're going to line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Okay, so we're going to use parchment paper as our work surface. Okay, we're going to sprinkle a little flour on our bottom parchment paper. And then if I can get this unwrapped, I'm going to cut this in half. And we'll work with just half of this dough ball at a time. So we put that there. Oh, wow. Then it says we want to sprinkle a little flour on top of the dough. Put another parchment paper over the top of it. And we're going to roll it out. This is way too chilled. I'm going to have to let that sit for just a minute before I'm going to be able to roll it out. But what we're going to do is we're going to put this parchment paper on top of it. We're going to start with just our regular rolling pin. And we want to roll it until it is an even 1/4 inch thick. So we want to make sure that the whole piece of dough is even in its thickness so that this is going to work. Wow, that is really, we're going to have to let that sit for just a minute. I'm almost thinking I should have rolled this out right after I made it instead of putting it in the refrigerator like the instructions said. I am not sure how well this is going to work. Oh no, it's falling apart. Oh, that is not going to work for me. That's just going to drive me crazy. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss something in the instructions. Nope. It's really hard to do this on this parchment paper because it's sliding all over my counter. Okay, I'm going to do this. Okay, that's a really tiny piece. So that's kind of a tiny piece, but I'm going to go ahead and roll my decorated rolling pin over it. And it says, use even force and slowly roll the pin into the dough. This is actually about the right size to just go across at once. Okay, I may have needed to do that a little bit harder, but I'll try that next time. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this dough. And I'm using, I don't know what this is, 2 inch, 2 1/4 biscuit cutter. Clearly there's a little bit of a learning curve with this. That's okay. All good things need a little bit of practice. Okay, so I'm going to try and roll out all of the rest of the rest of this half of the dough together. And then when I roll this decorated pin over it, I'll push a little harder and make sure that my pattern gets a little deeper into my cookies. This dough does not want to stay together. What if I didn't use enough butter? Okay, let's try this one again, and we'll roll just a little bit harder. except it's stuck to the rolling pin, which I think I just remembered I was supposed to flour. That does look better though. So these are super cute. I have a couple that I feel like I did a good job of getting the pattern in there. Some of them not so much, but that's okay. Okay, let's try that. I am going to flour. I'm going to put a little flour on this decorative pin, and we'll see how that works out. I can see I've got some the dough is still sticking a little bit. Oh, but it's looking good. So it looks like half the dough is going to make about a dozen cookies. Let me roll this last piece out and we will get one more cookie, and then we're going to get it in the oven. And we are going to bake these about 12 to 15 minutes. And while they're baking, we'll go ahead and start rolling out the rest of the dough and getting it cut. Okay, into the oven this batch goes. And I wonder if the sugar-free recipe is making a difference in some of this. I don't know. I'm gonna roll this one this way. So these aren't going to be perfect, but they're still going to be cute. And as I said, a little bit of a learning curve here, and I expect that the more I do it, the better that I will get. Alright, well that seemed to work better when I pulled the rolling pin towards me. So we're going to try that with the next one and see how that works. we're gonna pull it towards us and see if that makes a difference. Well, I think it did. It must have something to do with the way I'm putting the pressure on the pin when I'm rolling it forward versus when I'm rolling it towards me. And I think next time, I either won't chill it at all or I won't chill it as long. Because I feel like the dough got so stiff that I'm not able to really work it without putting so much flour in it, and I don't really want to do that either. I mean, I kind of have, but I didn't want to. Oops. Because the dough does not want to stay in one piece. It wants to separate and kind of fall apart. Oops. A little flour on that. I'll tell you what, the humidity outside is, oh, I broke this one. Well, bummer. The humidity outside is making it so sticky in here, especially with the oven going. Holy cow. All right, I really only have room for one more cookie on my tray. So let's see what we get here. Oh, this one actually turned out really good. I'm going to use this little 1 1/4. I don't really know what this is. And I'm going to just cut up the rest of this dough with this little cookie cutter, or this little biscuit. They're not even necessarily going to all be round. But that way we don't waste any of this dough. Get a couple more maybe. I've got a candle burning here that my daughter-in-law gave me that she made. It's a French lavender and it smells so good. I can smell it while I'm working over here and I just, oh, it smells amazing. All right, come on, little thing. There we go. Oh, that batch stuck. Oh, darn it. Well. Okay, that's good enough. Let's check these cookies that are in the oven. We'll get this other set here on a tray. Get those spread out and get those baking. Okay, I'm gonna say that maybe this sugar-free, like some of these first couple I didn't push down hard enough so you can't really see the pattern, but some of them look really pretty. And like I said, this is a bit of a learning curve. And this was my first try on these. So I did actually turn my oven down a little bit. I turned it down to 325, and I am going to bake these starting 8 minutes and then check them. And because I did 10 minutes on this first batch and it was almost too much, I think. So while those finished cooking, I'd been seeing these decorated rolling pins for quite a while, and I finally gave in and checked out their website. They have pages and pages and pages of patterns. Super cute ideas, all kinds of different things that you can do in terms of the patterns on your cookies. So I picked out a couple. I picked out the one with the chickens for the kids because I thought they would like that. The dinosaur cookie cutters, which we'll try a day when we've got kids here. And then I got the free one with the leaf pattern, which that one will be cute for, gosh, I think this might actually be like a summery, these might be like summery leaf patterns, like a fern and a palm frond maybe, I don't know. These will be cute. So we'll try all kinds of different ones, you know, in the coming weeks and months. I'll check out some other of the recipes. There's a chocolate cookie recipe that looks divine. We'll get some more practice with using these rolling pins so that we get a little better image on our cookies. Some of them look really good. Some of them, the first few, not so much, but that's okay. If you guys are interested though, I have a link in the description box that will take you to their website through my link. I also have a 15% coupon code, Michelle15. My birth name is Michelle, but that's what my mom named me and then called me Mickey from the time that I was born. So I'm not sure why she really named me Michelle. Regardless, the coupon code is Michelle15. That will give you 15% off of any order that you like. You can follow my link in the description box. It'll take you straight to their website. As I said, they have so many different styles that it probably took me 15 or 20 minutes to just scroll through all of them and pick out the couple that I wanted to start with. So we've got a few more minutes on the second batch of cookies, and then once they're all done, well, actually, we'll take one of these that the pattern didn't really pan out very well. It's still warm. We're going to give it a taste. Considering this was made with Splenda and not regular sugar, it's pretty good. Now, obviously, I think if you made it with real sugar, it would taste better. But the sugar-free recipe is pretty darn good if that's what you're looking for, is a sugar-free, which of course I wanted to try. Yummy. Okay, this batch definitely looks better. We'll let those cool for just a minute, and then we'll go ahead and get them on the cooling rack. Actually, I might be able to get, oh, nope, they're hot. The ones that have the little bee on them are so cute. Even the ones just with the honeycomb are cute. But I really like the ones that have a bee on them. This one turned out really good. This one did too, even though the side of the cookie did not survive. Alrighty, there we go. Well, got some lessons learned there about how to actually get the best results out of these rolling pins, but that's not any more than I expected. The little downloadable recipe booklet also has some tips in it about if your dough's too sticky or whatever that you can follow. But even though they're not perfect, they taste good. Most of them look pretty good. I'm gonna call this a win, and like I said, it'll get better with practice. So that is gonna do it for today's video. I'm gonna let all these cool, then I'm gonna package them up. I may eat another one before I package them up. And then my husband can take a look at these when he gets home, and he will probably eat several of them. So, okay. Thank you guys for watching. Remember, if you're interested in any of these, you can follow that link in the description box. If you find something that you really like, you can use my discount code, Michelle15. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks, guys.